Hi guys, it's eCat, the owner of eCat's Couture Cakes and Chocolate. Today I'm going to teach you my new course called Textures. I've got a massive cake here, probably suitable for your wedding or big celebration. These are dummies, but at home or in your kitchen you can always use real cake covered in ganache. Got 4, 5, 7-inch, 5-inch small, 8 and 9. There's several groups of tools I've got here on my table, and these tools for the first texture. The first texture is going to be mesh stenciling or stenciling if you prefer. The first group is my utensils for stenciling. I've got piping gel, I've got some raw spirit or 95% alcohol, even though you don't have to use it. I've got gold color, or you can use just a gel coloring instead of that. A couple of brushes, a couple of spoons, and a scraper. I also have that tool, and if you've done my previous course, it's a pretty cool tool for your polystyrene blocks. It's quite heavy, and your polystyrene blocks attached to it on those spikes. They sit very, very solidly, and they don't move. So it makes your life easier if you do a lot of artwork on the polystyrenes. You don't have to have it, but it's a perfect thing to have. I've got a couple of rulers. I prefer the metal ones. Obviously I have your measuring tape. I have my rolling pin. And that's what I usually used to use, and I still do for smaller projects or specific projects. However, I've got a beautiful pasta line machine that I just purchased from my favorite supplier, Bake Boss. This pasta line machine is for bigger productions. It gives me a consistency, so that's why I'm using it. And obviously it's much easier on your wrists and everything else. I've got my fondant. And for this tutorial, I'm using my satinized fondant. It's just black pre-colored fondant. I have my starch, cornstarch. You can also use icing sugar. In a drier climate, you use icing sugar. In a humid climate, you use cornstarch, because cornstarch dries your fondant a bit. I also has my fondant tools. And these are ganache boards. Again, you don't have to have it. You can always use normal cake boards. You can use your polystyrene blocks. These are to cut fondant, because the way I covered that particular cake is not your traditional method of covering fondant that you basically put on top of the cake and then lay it down the sides. I use two different parts of fondant for that cake and for the techniques we're going to learn.